Hi everybody, Cheaply Chic. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today I am here to share with you what month is it? September, barely. It's barely still September. September Providence collection. This one is definitely coming out late. I've shared it with you guys along the way that this collection I'm a little behind. I'm running behind with all of this, but that's okay. The new year is a fresh new start, and I'm going to be back at it, back on time at the beginning of the month, and then we'll see how long that lasts. Anyway, the September Providence collection. For those of you who are new, and I am getting a lot of inquiries, so I know that some of you are, this is a collection that I release monthly in my Etsy shop. It includes a traveler's notebook size journal and a kit portion that you can use along the way to decorate your journal throughout the month. There is a design team. They are an amazing group of women, and they are so creative, and they always share at least one video throughout the month using the journal or an idea, a crafty project for the journal or a flip through. So you want to be sure to go subscribe to them and check them out if you want to stay on top of all that. Plus, they're just amazing women with so many talented things that they do on a monthly basis. So you would love their channel. So you want to go subscribe to them and check them out. They have also done awesome things with past collections, so you can get an idea of that. So first I'm going to go through the Traveler's Notebook, and then we will look at items in the kit. So this is the Traveler's Notebook size journal. It measures 8.5 inches tall by about 4.5 inches wide. It has 30 blank pages inside from various papers, which I will share with you in a minute. This is a Prima piece of paper. I think it's like from the Midnight collection, or maybe the paper was called Midnight, but I'm not certain if it's still available. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I will put it in the description box down below what the name of that collection is and a link to it if it's still something that's available, because I know a lot of you like to know what that paper line is. So here on the front, I'll just go through the journal and share with you guys what it looks like. Here on the front, I have machine stitched a piece of vintage music. There is a piece of wedding applique here at the top. This is from some wedding material that I had. They all vary. I would say there are a few varying styles here because I had to hand cut all of these little pieces, but they are all just so lovely. It was so much fun. And then here on the front, there's this doily here, a little bit of linen ruffle, another piece, some type of applique here. This is a piece of bling charm that I had here. I found this greatly discounted, which is awesome because this stuff is like $26 a yard for this little blingy trim. It's just crazy. And then there's some pink linen here, and then the Providence title. Super excited about how those came together. And then for those of you who are interested, I am using aged mahogany in this collection. So I know that some of you guys like to know that too, and I just think that color matches that paper line beautifully. So then flipping through the journal, like I said, there are 30 pages, and the thought with this is it provides you with a month of fun. They're small enough that you could finish it up in a month if you wanted to. Of course, you don't have to. This could last. I have some journals I'm still working in because I have them themed out for, different journaling entries and things like that. Yeah, they're just so much fun, and the themes can be so much fun, and you can use it for whatever you want to, which is the fun of it. If you're someone who is new to crafting or junk journaling and you just want to try it out and see if it's something that you enjoy, the kit comes with enough items that you could have a lot of fun working in this journal. And then of course, you can use all kinds of craft supplies, whatever it is that you enjoy. There are so many lovely Victorian type themed digital collections available on Etsy. So that kind of thing is really fun in collections like this. I also have a couple digital kits from a past collection in my Etsy shop of like some etiquette type book pages from the 1800s, and I'm planning on printing off some more of those and playing with that as well. So to get into the journal, There is some tea stain paper here. This lace ledger paper sheet here. More tea stain paper. This is a really fun piece of coffee dyed lace print paper here. A little half sheet of music paper, tea stain paper, an old piece of writing paper, tea stain paper, a little white paper bag. There's an old computer type paper there that's been tea stained. More tea stained paper. Jane Austen book page. Tea stained paper. There's this old burgundy placemat in here that I folded into little pockets. I've done this before in different collections, and I just love these. They're so much fun to, you can stitch it. If you have a sewing machine, you could glue it and make little pockets out of it. But yeah, I enjoy using that for little tags and things. Some more tea stain paper, and then we are to the center of the signature. So working backwards, the tea stain paper, the burgundy placemat, tea stain paper, Jane Austen. There's that computer, that old computer paper again, the other side of that paper bag, writing paper, and the music, and the lace printed paper, the lace letterhead, and the tea stain paper. So that is the journal, and it will come tied with some of this lace. All right, and then getting into the items in the collection. This one is so pretty, and it's going to be so much fun to play with. So I'm going to start with the larger items in the back. There's a piece of sheet music in here out of a music book. There is a sample of wallpaper. This is a lot of fun. You can use it to create tags and pockets or envelopes. There's a napkin that could be a lot of fun for decoupaging on projects. Just some really pretty florals on there. There is a vintage book page from an old shorthand book. This is an old book I had that was a copy of some family letters. There are 2 book pages out of some Jane Austen stories. There's a book page out of a coloring book that was actually full of some Jane Austen quotes. So I thought that was a lot of fun. And then there's this little book page piece here. This was a gift from a friend of mine here. She asked if I would like it for my collections, and I said yes. I have never found one of these books, and I was so excited. So it's just a little floral card. This would be such a beautiful tag. There are always 2 pieces of 6x6 scrapbook papers. So here is this lovely floral print, and it just has this gold foiling on there. It's so pretty. Some vintage type printing there on the back. And then there's this piece with some Victorian type dresses on there. Some fabric print on the back. There's a piece of stationery. They all might vary a little bit, but they're these really pretty floral prints. There is a vintage business envelope. This one is from 1956. Has the little stamp on there, and then it is business. But those are just a lot of fun. There's an old calendar page here. I loved the print and the roses on this, and then it just has some verses and quotes on there. So then getting into the bags, this time I decided to just use a white glassine bag. These can be a lot of fun if you just spray it with some leftover coffee or tea from in the morning and then let them dry. They would be beautiful in the journal, or they're beautiful as is. You can just leave them white. This time, instead of using the gold that I typically use, I used a lot of rose gold. So all of the paper clips are a rose gold. This is a playing card clipped here to the front, an old playing card, and I just love that horse and carriage. There were two different, decks of cards in this set, but they are all horse and carriage, super cute. I had these vintage doilies. I usually have a large doily clipped here to the front, but these are to wrap around a candle, like at a wedding dinner or something. And I just thought that they were so pretty. So then getting into all of the items in this bag, this time there is a large glassine bag. This measures about 6 by 4 inches. So it should fit on the inside of our journal. I've actually never used this size before, so I was pretty excited about it. Yeah, it fits perfectly in there. I think those will be a lot of fun. There is a white time card. I always like to create a tag out of the leftover scrapbook paper from the cover. 1 blank manila tag, 1 layaway tag, 1 guest check, 1 manila tag, and I stamped this beautiful lady on there. And again, I've shared it before. I'm using that aged mahogany ink, and I think it is a lovely color for this collection. There is the library card and pocket, a mini CD case, and then I have a burgundy coin envelope. So that is everything in this first glassine bag. Then we have another little bag here, but before I get into that, I will share that there are a couple rose gold items in the collection. This little, what are these little clasps called? I always forget. But super pretty little rose gold clasp. And then there is a little rose gold metal key here that would be great tied on to your closure, or if you wanted to put it on a tassel. All right, and then getting into this bag, there's a larger rose gold clip. There is a vintage calling card here on the front. They're all different, they all vary. There is a black craft tag, and then the items in this little bag. There are 2 of these white garment price tags, another one of those black craft tags. There is a yellow claim check, a strip of 3 white tickets. There are a few old postage stamps. There are a few punches, paper punched items from that same cover paper here. Some tabs, a little scallop circle, and then the hearts that I always like to use on the strings of the journal, and there are a couple little butterfly punches. And then there are a few Tim Holtz die cuts. There's a moth or butterfly, and then a couple of his floral pieces that are in here. So that is everything in this little glassine bag. Then I always like to include a little beaded bookmark. Not that it is that functional, but they are super cute hanging outside of the journals, especially after you have them on your shelf and you're done with them. So that is what this bookmark looks like. Just has some gold beads, a little jeweled bead there, and a pearl on this side. And then there's always a little package of fibers. These are fun to use on your tags or paper clips, or whatever creative way you like to use them. You could make a tassel out of them. And these are just the colors here that are in this month's little package. And then there's a glassine bag with a couple more little rose gold paper clips in there, and then that larger rose gold paper clip. So that is everything that is in the Providence collection. This video will be posting early, and then the collection release is actually at noon Eastern Standard Time. The link to my Etsy shop will be in the description box down below. If you have any questions at all, feel free to message me on Etsy. Is actually the easiest way to get a hold of me. Things get pretty crazy and intense at the beginning of a release, so Etsy is definitely the best way to get in touch with me. You can send me a message if you have any issues or you have any questions. And just to give you guys a heads up, a lot of times Etsy has a really weird way of adjusting shipping costs. If you are ordering the collection and then you purchase a few add-on items, it typically overcharges a little bit for shipping, but I always do shipping adjustments when I go to ship the product. So I always refund extra shipping. If you get charged $20 for shipping or something, I will definitely be refunding the extra shipping. Just so you know, those kind of things always happen, and it's just the way Etsy calculates things. So I always refund shipping. It might take me a couple days because I have to process all of the orders and everything that all come in at the same time. So just to give you a heads up on that, don't freak out over the shipping costs if it seems a little bit crazy. I'll mention it here. I think I forget to sometimes, but I always include an extra little goodie bag as a thank you gift for those who purchase on release day. It didn't used to be that the collection sold out so quickly, and release day was always a super fun day. It still is a super fun day. But anyway, there's an extra bag of goodies, a little thank you gift that comes with each collection purchased on release day. Just to give you guys another heads up, these collections typically sell out within a couple hours, sometimes quicker. That's crazy to me. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. I know that it's hard for some of you. I'm always getting messages about that it's difficult to get your hands on these collections, and I do apologize for that. I do have plans in the future where I'm trying to come up with some kind of plan on how I could take subscription type payments ahead of time. I just have to figure out what that looks like and what platform I have to use for that, because Etsy does not offer any type of service like that. I definitely am trying to come up with a plan for that. I'll also link yesterday's video in case you missed it and you would be interested in seeing the extra items that will be in the Etsy shop with this release. I have a few little add-on items that you might enjoy playing with along with this collection, or just adding to your crafty stash. So that link will be in the description box down below. There's also an amazing group of women who are part of the design team for this collection. For past collections, their links will be in the description box down below. You'll definitely want to check them out, especially if you purchase this collection, to see how they're going to use it and some ideas that they have. I will also share a video or two using this collection myself and a final flip through in the end. I am still due to share a final flip through of my anchored journal. I also have another process video for that, so I'm still going to get those up and share those with you guys as well here within the next week or two. Super excited about that. Well, I think I covered everything. I usually forget something. I'm going to close out this video. If you guys have any questions, again, feel free to message me on Etsy. I know that it can get pretty crazy there for the first 15 minutes of the release. So if I don't get back to you immediately, I will get back to you. Things really do get, wow, they're crazy for a few minutes, but it's so much fun. I love it. And I just love you guys so much. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone who is part of my channel, watching my videos, leaving me kind comments, purchasing these collections, and making all of this possible for me. I appreciate you so very much. Oh, again, link to the Facebook group. I always forget to mention that. I have a Facebook group, and there's a lot of amazing, lovely, talented women over there. And sometimes they'll share photos of their journals and the things that they're doing with their collections. So if you want more inspiration, be sure to go join that Facebook group. All right, you guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.